Alright, what is up guys? I just had a recording issue, so this is going to be the second time I record this video. But luckily I already built out the map now, so let's do this. Is it still recording? Good. Okay, so this is the second part, the second video in the How to Work From Home series. The first one was the overview. Now we are on part 1, health. So let's get on with it. So the reason that I put health up in front is because without health, you're going to have a hard time doing everything that I said or doing everything that I end up presenting to you after. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to leave it with that. So basically, you won't be able to think clearly. You might have brain fog. You might be super tired, not have energy or motivation to do stuff just because you might just feel like crap. And that's okay, that can happen as long as you are working to fix it. So I want to go over just some basic stuff about health, and we'll cut through this as quickly as possible. So keys to health. There's really only 3 main ones and then one kind of external one that you can influence just as much as you can. So the main keys are nutrition, exercise, and fitness. Each one of those is super important to keep up. I'll just give you some kind of quick tips and insights on what each of these can do. With nutrition, and by the way, they all influence each other too, so whichever one you build up, there's massive benefits on every single other one. So, nutrition. Basically, all I'm saying here is just to eat healthy, which mostly involves like not eat, knowing which foods not to eat, and then only eating the healthy ones. So things to avoid are things like soda, most potato chips, candy in general, sugar and bread in general. You want to knock those out as much as you can. I know it's hard because bread and pasta are pretty amazing, but they all process the same way in your body, and are, I believe it was 2 slices of whole grain bread are the equivalent of eating, it was either 1 or 2 candy bars, something like that. So if you have problem dropping weight or you're diabetic, definitely avoid those things. Next, exercise and fitness. And by the way, on to end nutrition, vegetables, meats are fine as long as they're not processed, and fruits are cool too, as well as like nuts and everything else. Just mostly just not processed food. That's what you're going to want to eat. And bread is processed, so think about that. Now, exercise and fitness. A lot of benefits to that. So there's energy. It helps you sleep better, increases your mood and confidence and ability to focus, increases strength and endurance over time, and it improves your sex life. Of course, that implies having a partner to have the sex with. So yeah, overall, it's really useful. Now, sleep. Without sleep, you will have a lot of difficulty in your life, probably. So that includes your recovery after exercising. You're even receiving a lot of the benefits after exercising, like your increase in strength and whatnot. I think I already said brain fog, maybe not brain fog. And here are some ways to kind of sleep better, or here are some ways to sleep better for sure. Exercise, for one. Keep away from blue light at least 2 hours before you want to go to bed. Don't eat 2 hours before you go to bed. Get sunlight if you can. If not, you can get artificial sunlight, and that's not the same thing, but it still helps. And then keeping the bed only for sleep, relaxing, and maybe sex. Ideally, no smartphone. And it helps with recovery and growth, like I already said. So that's that one. Environment. Basically, your environment does affect your physiology. The only thing I can really say here is just keep your environment clean and organized. Has to do with helping you with memory and lowering your stress levels, because we are humans. We do not like when things are really messy. because you tend to lose shit. Yeah, we'll just keep it with there. Keep it with that. So, how to work with yourself. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I'm just a bit frustrated because I just recorded it. Either way, it doesn't matter. So, how to work with yourself every single day. My mentor, Ryan Donaldson, created a system based off of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. His system is called the acclaim system, and basically it's a way of using the psychological needs to get you into a peak flow state in everything that you're doing. So basically you want to imagine this like a single like bar. So let's say that's not an arrow. Bloop bloop bloop. So let's say this is like your mental health bar. And the further that you go up, the more mental health you have, all the way until you are just optimally performing at a super high level for however long it lasts. Now, in order to get there, you have some things that you probably need to take care of. For example, like each of these says, air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. Reproductions, yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense, but depending on if you're male or female, that can be a bit different. So, physiological needs, that's one. Safety, love and belonging, esteem, or self-esteem, and self-actualization. You know those probably by now. Let's keep it going. So, let's say you're in a relationship and you're living with your significant other. Now, you might be experiencing some issues that you think are related to that. Like, you want to have an amazing relationship, of course, whether it's with some significant other or your friends, all of that. And yet, for some reason, you just don't feel loved, for example. You just don't feel like so great around people in general. Or you're not like connecting to people as much as you really want to. The way to kind of one of the issues that you might be having is somewhere in the safety or physiological needs part of your pyramid. So, let's say you're underslept and you're only at 80% here. So, what this does is if you're only here, like if you're only at 80% and this rest part is full, that cuts across the whole pyramid because this just stage of it isn't all the way up. And the further up you go on each level, the higher you can go on the following ones. So if you're at 100% here, you can be at 100% on safety. Or maybe your safety is lower, but this is still at 100%. That's fine. Then you know you need to work on safety. And it keeps kind of going up and up and up all the way to the top. If you're even like 20% off on physiological needs, most likely you're not going to be in a self-actualized state. So the way that's best to kind of work through this and figure out where you are is to ask yourself some questions. So I made a huge list right here on the left. Each one of these sections has their own questions related to it that will tell you how far you are or how far you can go on each section. So, physiology. There we go. Now I can say words. Did you sleep well last night? Are you well fed? Are you hydrated? Is your environment clean and organized? Did you or are you going to exercise today? Are you feeling sick? Basically, each one of these counts as some percentage of the overall physiological or the overall steps. It's some percentage of each of whichever step you're on. So if you answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 of these right, and you're missing 1, it's going to be like 80-something% that you're at. Safety questions. Are you physically safe? Are you financially well off or have a strong financial plan? Love and belonging questions. Did you talk to your significant other / favorite person today, or have you reached out to at least 5 friends and told them you appreciate them? Self-esteem. Name 5 to 10 reasons why you love yourself. and name 5 things that you feel most competent at today. The reason that it's what you're competent at today is because on different days you'll feel good at different things. Some days you might be good at public speaking. Other days you might be more good at math, for example. Let's keep it going. Self-actualization questions. What project are you most excited to work on today? What skills from the self-esteem list are you going to use to complete this project? What are some actions you can take immediately to ensure the success of this project? What are the criteria, and what are the criteria for success? What are the things that you will what needs to happen in order for you to know that you have reached your goal or you have completed your project? And that pretty much covers that. If you want me to go into more detail, I probably will in a future video, but if you want like a private lesson or something, we can do that. Tools and resources. So here's what I got. There's not a whole lot here because there's a ton of tools and stuff in health that you can have. Not all of them are really relevant, and cookware is kind of just to some people, or to a lot of people I know, that's kind of common sense. So if you need some more kind of tips on what you actually need as far as tools for health or nutrition and that part, you can just let me know, because that's a lot. So a couple of main ones are for fitness. There's only really 2 things that you need to know to get into fitness, that in my opinion that are kind of the best things to have. One of them is a yoga or workout mat. I recommend a company called Manduka. They make really cool mats, better than literally any other yoga mat you might have felt. If you hate yoga mats, this is the one that you will not hate, because it's actually provides a lot of cushion, and it's just made in this special way where it's 1, non-slip, 2, just amazing overall. Next is how you're going to kind of keep that up. Or you might not know a lot about fitness or what to do up front. So there's an app that I finally found after trying a ton of them that has helped me more than any other program, anything else I've ever tried, and that is Freeletics. Basically, it's adaptable to you. It is like not a monthly subscription, but it does have a subscription service to have like your own personal coach. Really, it's just its own AI, and it figures out how to best work with you in getting fit for your fitness level. So it'll start you off slow, and it doesn't take a lot of your time either. So more time for work. Next, sleep tools. The only one I recommend is a sunlight lamp. Sunlight basically gives you a lot of really cool benefits and balances your hormones, helping you sleep more at night and making you more awake during the day. So don't use it at night, but use it while throughout your working day. Still, it's better to just get sunlight, but if you're not getting sunlight for some reason, the sunlight lamp is the best way to go after. Resources. 2 main people that I recommend checking out: Dr. Mark Hyman and Dave Asprey. Dr. Mark Hyman is the founder of it's one. Oh, here, wait. Can you guys hear me? Looks like, yep. So recording. Cool beans. So he has his own clinic. Basically, he's leading like this whole health revolution, and he's definitely one of, if not the top functional medicine doctor. So I definitely recommend checking him out. This other guy right here is Dave Asprey. He's just another really smart guy who does a lot of kind of unorthodox tests on himself, and he's known for coining the term biohacking and really getting the most out of your health in a non-traditional way. So check these 2 guys out, and you'll really enjoy what you find. So that's pretty much all I got for here. I'm just gonna leave that right there. Let me close that just for your convenience. So this was all on health. I'm sorry that the video was a bit rushed. It's just I already did this, and I was really hoping that the first time would be done. Either way, thank you for watching the video. Tomorrow is going to be on education, and I'll definitely do a better job of recording because this is my first time using this recording software. So yeah, be sure to check out the next video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and subscribe. I know it was hard to watch, but just bear with me. I'll get there. All right, thank you for watching. Bye for now.